Foreign direct investment has fueled Vietnam's economic growth over the past 2 decades. Thousands of FDI companies have brought technology, capital, and innovation into the country. But behind the numbers, many of these investors quietly face a common issue: non-payment from local clients and partners. Whether it's unpaid invoices, delayed projects, or contract violations, these disputes rarely make headlines. But they cost businesses millions. Non-payment in Vietnam isn't always the result of bad faith. Sometimes, it starts with economic slowdown, internal restructuring, or partner liquidity issues. But just as often, it comes from power imbalance, Vietnamese partners who assume foreign investors won't pursue legal action. Language barriers, lack of in-country counsel, and fear of reputational fallout all contribute to this imbalance. FDI companies often prefer to negotiate softly, hoping the issue will resolve itself. It usually doesn't. The most common mistake: waiting too long. By the time legal support is sought, the debtor may have transferred assets, shut down operations, or changed legal status. Another mistake is relying solely on emails and internal communications without using legally recognized channels. In Vietnam, informal pressure rarely leads to recovery unless it's backed by a structured legal plan and formalized documentation. FDI companies need more than persistence, they need legal leverage. Every FDI company operating in Vietnam should have a debt response protocol. This begins with drafting contracts that clearly outline payment schedules, penalties, dispute resolution methods, and jurisdiction clauses. Next is internal monitoring, tracking payment behavior and escalation points. When warning signs appear, a formal bilingual demand letter should be issued promptly. This shows legal intent and positions the company for negotiation or litigation if necessary. A delayed or weak response signals indecision and can reduce leverage. At LTS Law, we specialize in helping FDI companies address non-payment and contract breaches in Vietnam. We act as both legal advisors and tactical partners, analyzing risks, investigating debtors, and developing action plans suited to your business goals. We begin by conducting contract audits, debtor background checks, and reviewing all existing communication. Then we structure a legal strategy that includes demand letter issuance, informal negotiation, legal escalation, or direct court filing. In many cases, a strong legal stance in the early stage prevents the need for long litigation. A Korean manufacturer working with a Vietnamese subcontractor experienced months of delayed payment totaling over $600,000. Despite multiple follow-ups, no commitment was made. LTS Law was brought in. We reviewed the contract, drafted a high-impact bilingual demand letter, and conducted a site-level investigation to assess the subcontractor's solvency. Within 2 weeks, we negotiated a payment agreement backed by a notarized commitment and bank guarantees. Full payment was made in 3 installments without litigation. The client remained operationally intact and financially secure. For FDI clients, preserving the business relationship is often a top priority. That's why we focus on progressive tactics, starting with negotiation, escalating only when necessary. But when the debtor becomes evasive or dishonest, legal enforcement becomes critical. Our team prepares every case for litigation readiness, even if the goal is settlement, because readiness creates pressure. Whether through arbitration, court litigation, or administrative enforcement, we follow through with precision. If your company operates in Vietnam and is experiencing delayed or missing payments, don't wait. Early action means more options and stronger leverage. First, review your contracts. Look at governing law and dispute resolution clauses. Second, document every communication with the debtor. Third, consult legal professionals who understand both international and Vietnamese legal expectations. Waiting for the issue to fix itself is not a strategy, it's a risk. Non-payment is not a local issue, it's a legal and financial threat to your investment. Whether you're a new FDI company in Vietnam or have been operating here for years, LTS Law can support you with strategic legal recovery. We bring experience, execution, and cultural fluency to help you protect your assets and relationships. Visit lts.com.vn or contact our team for a confidential consultation. In Vietnam, recovery starts with readiness and the right legal partner by your side.